Hello everyone, thank you for joining this webinar on 23rd of November. Today we're going to cover sequence planning, and it's one of our deeper dives into Dynaway EAM for Business Central. With me today I have Christoph. Christoph is our team lead for Dynaway EAM for BC, and he will take you through the presentation. If you have any questions, please use the chat log and I'll be here to answer any questions you may have. The session is being recorded, so in case you have colleagues who needs to see this afterwards, feel free to share this. Christoph, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Mikkel. Okay, so I will start today little with describing what the sequences are and why we need them. So imagine that we have our calendar, and maintenance need to be done every month. We need to do the inspection of our equipment, of our asset. That's something which you already know. You will set up the work order plan with frequency calendar and every month. But we also need to do bigger inspection, which is handled every 3 months, right? So you already what you would do now is you would set another work order plan with the frequency calendar, and that this one is every 3 months. But as you can see, we have every 3 months, we would trigger both plans together, right? And basically that's something which we don't want to do, right? Because that would be double work, and we just need one maintenance at the same day for the same asset, not 2 of them. So this is what we call the sequence. So you can see that my maintenance for this is in such sequence. First, I'm planning the general inspection in January. Then I'm doing the small inspection in February. Then I'm doing small inspection in March. And again, now my sequence is continued. So from this moment, in fact, I have exactly the same route. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on, right? So this is where we can do it in one place, which we call sequence. But let's little more complicate this scenario, and the same story. We also need to do inspection. We also need to do general inspection. But instead of time, now we will have our counter reading. So we would like to do the inspection every 500 kilometers or running hours, doesn't matter. But we want to do it like if we reach 500, we are doing the big inspection. Then if we reach 1,000, smaller inspection, again smaller, and again big, right? So you can imagine that we again have sequence, and we have the sequence every 500 kilometers or running hours. So this is our interval for the sequence. So first we need to have big inspection. After another 500 kilometers we have, or running hours, we have small inspection. After another 500 we have a small inspection, and then we continue. So every 500 hours. Right? So that's our sequence. So how we can set up that in the system? You already can see from both of those pictures that we will need to have 2 work order plans, and we just need to combine them in one sequence. So let me just go to Business Central. And first, let's do what you would normally do. So I already prepared something like that. And I have my work order plans. You can see that I have asset inspection and general inspection for the same asset. But there is one change only here. So typically, we would put the frequency here before the releasing the work order plan. In this case, I will not have any frequency because I will put it in the sequence. But I still use the resources. So my inspection will take 1 hour, and my other inspection, and I also will have some items, which is one piece of my one-off switch. I'm able to also add the checklist if I would like to, but the most important thing, if we are using such a plan for the sequence, we don't use the frequencies. You could, but then you will have a more complicated event scenario. The same story with the general inspection, the big one. I still have the same asset. I don't have frequency, but I have resources, and this inspection will take 4 hours, and my additionally hour for the electric job, which we know that it will take place. And I also have much more items here, so that's also something which I can have.
So for that we need a work order sequence, but you will not find it here in the menu because it's just a functionality which is more advanced. So for that we need to go to Tell Me and just find work order sequence. And create a new one.
So now we need to combine them. And since that's we see it as didn't put it in a menu, but you can find it in talking maintenance every month, inspection every 3 months, big. We need to specify the asset. My asset was number 44, as I remember. And what we need to do then, we need to say what is the type. First, we will just choose the calendar, and we need to say what is the frequency. So what is my interval between my work order plans, which should be triggered. So I said that it should be monthly, and I want that it will be triggered every month for the first day of the month. And just to match our example to what we were discussing, I will put that we will start the sequence from 1st of January 2023. And now I just need to specify which work orders will be triggered. So going back for a second to our example here, first I need to put the big inspection, 2nd February small inspection, and March small inspection. So let's do that. I need big inspection the first time, then I need the small inspection, and then I need a small inspection again. When I will do release, system will calculate me when is that next plan date, and you can see that this is how system see it. So 1st of January, 1st of February, 1st of March. If I would already done this any work for this sequence, I will also see the last done date, and my plan date will be the next planning date. So if I would do this stage of the sequence, and I know where I am right now because system also tells me that, this plan date will change to the 1st of April, and so on, so on. You also can define the starting point of the sequence, because you may have the situation that your sequence look like that and should be looking like that, but we are already 1st of February. So next release should be the starting point number 2. Right? So system will also calculate that. So this is how you do the sequence for the calendar. But let's do another example. So we were saying that we would like also to do the sequence for the counter. So let's do inspection every 500 running hours, every 1500 big one. The same asset. But now I would just need to change it, the type to counter. And what I need to do, I also need to specify what is the counter category. So you know that assets can have multiple counters, and they may already have some counters assigned, maybe not. That's why you just need to specify on what we are doing that, and I will just do it on running hours. System already do some schedule because that's the default one, so I would even not need to do anything here, but you have all the features which we had also for the counters when you are setting up it on the work order plan. So what I need to do, let's go back for a second to our presentation just to know how our interval is. So you can see that now I have my interval 500 running hours, and with the calendar we didn't need to specify anything because system knew exactly the what is the interval. So you only seen 1 to 3 here, but if we have a counter we just need to specify our interval. So if I will do the general big inspection, oh sorry, let me just only check what let me just change this asset, make it this one. Okay, and I will just choose this one. Yeah. So the same story, I will just put 500, and let me just choose. I have very similar plans, so I will just choose general inspection. Another 500 hours will be triggered, so I should have my asset inspection, and another 500 I should have another inspection, right? So the same inspection as asset inspection. So what does it mean? And now system will again recalculate when I will release my inspection, my sequence. You can see that system planned that this one will be triggered 500 hours, this one will be triggered 1000 hours, and this one will be triggered 1500 hours. It may happen that because we didn't finish this one on time, on exactly 500 hours, this will be triggered a little later because we set up the system that it should trigger every 500 hours. So depends on the schedule which we have here. It will also match the information if it's the actual or if it's a fixed value, right? The same story we can put here, and here we would have the last counter reading. So we will know if what was the last time when we finished this particular interval. How we plan the sequences, we're doing it exactly the same as we are doing with all other work orders. So we're going to the work order planning worksheet, and we can just simply plan it, and they are as a normal work orders. So that was all from my side. So let me just go here to Mikkel. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Christoph. As you may have heard, there was a little bit of an issue with the sound. We will go back and check that if that was also in the recording, but we lost Christoph. We lost you just for 15-20 seconds, and we do apologize for that. Just here as an outro, we have a little bit of information. As you know, or some of you may know, we have a lot of on-demand webinars already recorded. Here you see some of them, and if you follow the URL here on the screen, you'll get to all of them. They're approximately 20 minutes each, and should you have any wishes for future ones, do get back to us. Small information about the upcoming webinars: timesheet integration in a week. And the week after that, we have another one around safe work, which is safety incidents, which is on the 7th of December. The last and final slide from our side is a small advertisement about our user group. It's available on LinkedIn. We advise customers to go and sign up for this. As it says, it's a private group. You have to be validated as an end user. So this is not the area for partners to go and engage, but it's really for actual end users to go and connect and discuss topics around Dynaway specifically. So that was it for today, a little bit faster than expected, but as mentioned, it is being recorded, will be available on the website later today. So should you go and revisit, you'll find it there. Thank you very much for visiting this one, and we hope you will have a fantastic day and see you again soon. Bye-bye.